I have a gospel question today, and it's this. What's it like to be 36 weeks pregnant? Anyone care to share? What's it like to be 36 weeks pregnant?
Tired all the time.
Tired all the time. I hear exciting, anxious, uncomfortable, fearful. We have one over here. Think about 36 weeks. My mom said after Thanksgiving, kind of how I feel right now. Sorry, Mom. Oh, I did get permission to say that, yeah. What else? Tell me more. I'm curious. I will never have this experience. Yes? Itchy. Ugh. Ready. Let's go, baby. Yes? Fat. Yeah. Maybe some of the men can sympathize with that, but the other things probably not. Others? Yes?
Ready, but also kind of excited. Like, let's do this.
Ready, excited, raring to go. That's kind of your baseline personality, I would say. But yes. Yes?
It feels amazing if you felt another pregnant lady's belly. Like, it is amazing to know that this life inside you will be coming soon, and it's gonna just fill the world.
Yes, to be able to, with permission, be able to feel a child. Yeah, why is that? Poor women who are already going through this experience, now everyone feels they have permission to touch belly. Like, please, never touch my belly ever, okay? But yes, to be able to feel the life growing inside of this person and all the anticipation, that's a beautiful reflection. We have some more? Nervous. Self-conscious. Oh, yeah. Sleep deprived. Yeah, even just, if I have too many tacos and I roll over, I'm like, oh, gosh, learn your limit. But to be able to, then be carrying someone, yeah, for that amount of time, and then just even not being able to sleep well. We have another one?
Imagine carrying an extra 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Or more.
Or more. Right. Yeah, it's not just the 8 pounds, 6 ounces. It's everything that goes along into facilitating that. Transcept, you just can't hide over here. We have, yes. Blessed. Hot. Restless. Yeah, thank you. I have a sibling that hides in the farthest back corner because she's like, don't even acknowledge I'm here. I'm like, I don't. That's a 4:30 thing, though. She's not here. I think that it's really interesting to me, fascinating even, to be able to hear about some of those descriptors. You can hide in the balcony. I'll leave you alone today. But to know that there's this, oh, okay. Maybe your mother wants to share? I'm only kidding. But I think that perhaps what we forget sometimes about Advent means Christmas is coming. December means we've got to get everything together. We had the holidays, we had this moment, but now we still have to keep going. And some of you are hosting, some of you are going to be traveling, some of you are going to be finishing up semesters and making sure everything makes the grade, as it were. There's a lot of pressure. And then when we get to that moment of Christmas Eve, at least this is my experience. Once Christmas Eve, especially at Graham, it's kind of a big deal. It's a little scary. But once that moment's over, yeah, Joe, just to be able to, we did it, right? We did it. We celebrated well, and now we can enjoy. But then there's now this tendency, I feel, to be like, all right, what's the next thing, right? We got to get all the wrapping paper into the recycling bin. We got to clean up the house. Some of you, those go-getters, you could look at your house on December 27th and be like, oh, it's just a regular day. There wasn't a Christmas party that happened here. All the trees are put away and everything. Sometimes there's always the what's the next thing. The season of Advent is given to us as a gift to be able to just make space for what it's like to imagine a 36-week anticipation. And the remaining 4, if you will, if someone were to go to term to 40 weeks, of what those final weeks are like. They're uncomfortable. They're hot. They literally stretch us. There are times where maybe this isn't how I thought things were going to go. Maybe these aren't the circumstances in which I thought my welcoming into this world, this wonderful child, would happen. And I think for each of us, as the Christ child awaits, he's not just being born in Bethlehem 2 millennia ago. That if we're willing, if we live in faith during these days, Jesus can be born into your heart on the 24th and the 25th of December. I think that there are times where we forget that because it's the most wonderful time of the year and we better live to that expectation. What if we live in anticipation of what Jesus wants to do for us during this small season? Of what Jesus hopes to be able to do in this gestation period? To be able to reflect on how it is that you found yourself coming into this moment and how it is that Jesus is leading you through it? Because look, I know some of your stories on a personal level, and I know of broader ones, and you're on our prayer list. Some of you are really going through some stuff. Some of you are going through quite a bit. And then those are the people that are maybe suffering in silence, and I hope if we can help you in some way that you'll allow us to. But how is it that Jesus wants to accompany you too? Notice his birth was not something that was all perfect and all cozy. It was perfect because it was in God's plan, sure, but there was a lot of turmoil. There was a lot of things that weren't going maybe as smoothly as they could have gone. Jesus is born into the midst of that too. There's a poem or reflection by St. John of the Cross, which I found in my prayer book. Our breviaries, our liturgy of the hours, we switch them out around this time, the new liturgical year. So it fell out of my thing. I think I had stuffed it in there last year. Someone gave it to me, and I'm like, thanks so much. And I didn't actually read it. But I read it yesterday, and I was like, wow, like that's exactly what I'm hoping that my people will be able to share in with me as we pray through this season. So this poem by St. John of the Cross, I'd just like to read to you now. If you want, the virgin will come walking down the road, pregnant with the holy, and say, I need shelter for the night. Please take me inside your heart. My time is so close. Then, under the roof of your soul, you will witness sublime intimacy, the divine, the Christ, taking birth forever as she grasps your hand for help. For each of us is the midwife of God, each of us. Yes, there under the dome of your being does creation come into existence eternally. Through your womb, dear pilgrim, the sacred womb of your soul, as God grasps our arms for help. For each of us is his beloved servant, never far. If you want, the virgin will come walking down the street, pregnant with light, and sing. It's like, man, canonize them just for that, It's just such a beautiful thing to think of the Blessed Mother wanting to come down the street and enter into your home, that you've made room in your heart for her during this season, that you're helping her in these final weeks of preparation. But as it always goes in the paradox of our faith, by allowing Jesus more room in your heart, guess who's the beneficiary? Guess who leaves that encounter all the more changed? Those of you that have welcomed children into the world know this, that once that moment of birth happens, your life is never the same. That there might be, and this is a stretch for me to say, even in the midst of labor, even in the midst of pregnancy, oh yeah, sure, like there's this thing that's coming. But then when that child is on the outside in your arms, holy cannoli, like that's a bigger moment. Look at this wonderful thing. I'm changed forever. And I think that if you allow Advent to be a time with whatever it is that your prayer practice might be, your generosity, your time of silence, being very practical and think about what that might mean for you, doing less of some sort of technology and more of something else. Be creative, be unique, be individual, but that in doing so, how might you be changed forever? And then Christmas isn't just something to get through, but Christmas is an encounter with the living God being born anew in your life. I really do pray that this might be your experience of Advent, and it's not just something that we have to get through, or not just something that we're just waiting to get over with. In that way, maybe we will be able to be with John of the Cross and to be able to sing, to be able to laugh, and to be able to have great joy in what we believe in faith Jesus wants to do in us.